Hey guys, this is Jesse with A&J Classic Restoration and Repair. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Well, I made this video because I had a lot of questions from a lot of people and stuff that see me painting and doing graphics on different things that I build, and I wanted to show you guys the process that it is to get the base in. So right now, it's everything's been prepped, bodywork, primered, sealed, and now it's time to use a coarse silver. Well, I know a lot of people use Orion silver, and it's a nice silver. It's a good base for candy paints and stuff like that. One of my guys at the paint store makes me this super coarse. It's a little more coarser than that Orion silver, which I love to shoot as a base, before my candies and before I start laying all my colors and patterns and everything that's gonna go on the bike. So the reason for this video is so we can get back at it, trying to do the best I can to show you guys what you need to do and what's the process and what are the steps in order for you guys to paint your stuff at home or wherever you may be, or you're just early learning. I want you to see the process and what needs to be done in it. Regulating a little bit on the regulation on the gun, pressure and stuff like that. I've been doing this all my life, so I just kind of go off of what I could hear. Usually nice course, I do about 10 to 13 psi, depending how it's laying and how it's flopping on there. My fan, I don't really like opening my fan all the way open. I turn my gun probably all the way open to a big fan, and I close it about 1.5 turns. That's what I like. That's what I'm comfortable with. But the one thing that I wanted to show you guys is that whenever you lay silver, you have to be very careful that you have the right reducer and the right temperature in order for it won't tiger strike, because if it's laying too dry, you'll start seeing lines and it looks really bad on silver. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint this, and as I paint this, I'll explain a little bit about what I'm doing. But I want you guys to see how the super coarse silver lays on top of this gray paint. And as you can see, it's super coarse to the point that you can see the metal flakes dancing already in there. A lot of the times what I tell people is give yourself room. Give yourself about a hand or half a hand. That's how I measure it, away from the part. That way your paint flops over and it could lay over, especially with super coarse silvers like this one. You don't want that to pile up on you, and it'll cause a lot of problems that you don't want. But today I just wanted to go through that with you guys, man. Try to do the best I can to help you guys. If you guys have any questions or anything that I can help you with, feel free to message me, man. I try to keep track of my private messages and answer the best I can accordingly, there's a reason behind why I'm shooting this here in the open, and there's a reason for it. It's because I like to do things in real, without all the fancy stuff and the fancy spray booths, because a lot of people think that they think that custom paint jobs and like high-end paint jobs could only be done through a spray booth, through expensive things and equipment and stuff like that. And the reason why I make my videos is for the people out there, man, that are not unfortunate, that can't afford to pay somebody to work on their personal cars. So what I try to do, I try to bring a lot of the raw material of what's behind it. How do you spray? How do you keep it from trash from landing on it, or from tiger striping, or because it doesn't dry, or because it doles out, or because, you know, all the things and all the experience that I went through in life. I've been painting all my life, and of course I already went through all the defects and all the paint reacting and the clear not drying and clear getting foggy. You know, I already went through all that, and if I could keep you away from going through that, you know, it'll be better, because you'll get better at what you do. But that's the reason why I do this out in the open, so you can see that anything is possible anywhere. You just have to sweep up your area, clean it up, water the ground a little bit, and put a filter on your gun, and get it done, bro. You don't need expensive tools to make things happen. If you guys are new to just checking out my work right now, go to my page, or you can go to my Instagram page also, and you can see that I've been doing this a long time, and what I do that on my heart, man. Appreciate you guys for watching, but I'm gonna sit here and lay a little bit more, one more coat of this quartz silver, and then I'm gonna hit it with some flakes, and then I'm gonna go through it. Like I told you guys, try to keep your gun fanned 1.5 turn open. Try to always guide yourself one hand distance. That's what I try to keep it at. It's one hand all around. Especially on silvers, you want the color to overlap and flop good. You don't want stripes on it, and you don't want it to start getting too thick to where it starts looking like sandpaper. So I'm gonna get the other coat ready. I use these disposable cups that you see on the picture. They're not that expensive. I think they're like $35 or $40 a box. They come in handy, man. I love them because you could always use your paint and store it for the next day, or store it for a couple days later if you're doing patterns, or if you're working on some project that you need different colors. You could always just leave them on there, and they'll stay really good, man. As you can see on the tank, that quartz silver is really nice on there. You just have to make sure you spread it out nice and clean, move it around. You want to get that flop really nice in there. You don't want to get it stuck on one side. You want to make sure it lays in there evenly. couple coats. I think I hit it with 3 coats, and I did a full coverage of that coarse silver. I'm gonna get it ready for that flake. The flake I'm using is, I think it's a 002 from, this is a Dick Spade. Really, really nice, fine metal flake. You know, I just mix it in with binder and shoot it right out of there, man. Binder, you always wanna. I know a lot of people try to shoot metal flake out of clear, and if it works for you, good, bro. But if it's if me, I just always like using binder. The reason why is because if anything happens in between when you're shooting it, if something falls on it, you can let it dry, sand it down, fix it, and keep going. If you shoot it in clear, you have to wait till that dries, cures, come back, sand it, and fix that. The binder will help you hold it in on your second layer. It'll dry to touch, and then your clear will help you bury that flake, because flake, some of it lands flat and some of it stands up. It doesn't matter what you do, sometimes it moves, you know, and it stays, and you'll see like little dots all over your paint, you know. And what you want to do, that's why you keep it in the binder, so you could come back, tack cloth it, shoot clear, and bury it with the clear to get the smoothest you can on the clear coat. So you can come back and sand it and start laying your graphics. So you try to get it as smooth as you can. But I'll shoot this flake real quick. Since I'm doing the flake, we are going to, I'm using the same gun. It's 1.3. All I do is just turn the needle all the way out, turn it 3 times in, and it'll shoot flake. It'll shoot 004 out of here. No problem. It's a 1.3. So yeah, you could have a bigger flake gun or whatever, but it all depends. I have 2.5 for like super big flakes, you know, but these, I usually use 1.3 to lay 1.4, lay the 1.4 and down. That's what I use, you know. On the flake, you want to be moving it around. You don't want to sit too long and talking or not moving the gun, because the flake is going to come down to the bottom, and then you'll have blotches of flake. So what you try to do all the time is keep your gun moving. You want to keep it, and if you're talking or talking to somebody, you try to just turn it over, you know, and move it around while you're talking, and you come back. You know, this one I'm going to do a two coat of flake on here, and I'm going to go back to back because weather's nice. I think we're like 75 today or something out here in Reno, Nevada. And so it's beautiful weather. So I could spray and come back with 2 coats, done. That tank is ready to go. Nice and easy. Just move it out of the way, spread it out. This. Like I said, just hit it about hand length. You want your flake to overlap nice and even. You want it to lay nice and flat. You don't want it to blotch. You always want to be in charge of your trigger on your gun. You could always feather it out if you see that some spot you see that probably has no flake or something. You can always come back and just feather it out. Because flake, a lot of people are like, no, you can't match a flake job, you can't. Because it's a lot of work. I repair flake jobs all the time, bro. My car, my wagon that you guys see on there, I repair it about twice a year, all the time. Twice a year I maintenance it, and maintenance means I have to either paint a fender, paint a quarter, paint a hood because it gets rock chipped. And even though I don't drive that thing on the freeway for the same reason, I still repair it twice a year to make it always be pristine. And well, now we're gonna clear coat this so you guys can check it out. This one I'm gonna use this Iwata. This is a WS400 Iwata that I'm gonna use for it. These are very good gun, man. It's a very good gun, and I'm not getting paid by them in no way or form. It's a very low pressure gun. When I got this gun, I thought I was gonna be like, man, it's just another one of them guns, but man, you can literally spray clear out of this at 10 psi, and it lays super nice. And I'll show you guys if it can. But I will do more videos using just regular Harbor Freight or inexpensive guns, because it's not the gun that does the work. Never. It never does. It's not the gun. It's the man behind it is the one that makes it happen. That's what makes everything go good. Don't get me wrong. A good gun gives you a little bit of benefit of it, but it's just your practice and how much you want to learn it. Clear coat. Right now, since I'm doing patterns, I use a 2-to-1 clear coat. No reducer, no nothing, just hardener on there. And if you don't have expensive filters at home, or like something like a water trap system or something to get your air dry, get yourself a fisheye remover. And just in case every time you spray, you won't get holes, some holes that you can see. Those are called fisheyes, because of oil comes through your either oil or water comes through your air system, and it causes that. But if you cannot afford, that, get yourself a fisheye remover. It'll get rid of the fisheyes, and it'll help you get further, But what I'm gonna show you right now is that's I don't want to lie, so I'm gonna get it down. That's a 10. That's 10 psi on non-reduced clear. I'm gonna hit it, and you guys check it out how it shines. Now, I'm not wearing a mask today because I want to talk to you guys, but get yourself a mask. If you're not gonna be, showing anybody, wear a mask. I'm doing this because I want to try to explain myself the best I can, so you guys could get an idea of what I'm doing and what's going on. That's 10 psi right there on a non-reduced clear. Usually what I do, I do one semi-wet coat, not too wet, just so it could start flowing in there and getting it nice to grab the other coat. But usually when I spray metal flakes and I do coarse silvers and I get everything ready for candy, I just try to do just 2 coats. That's it. I won't do more. Unless you're using like 008 or bigger flakes, well, that's for another live, because it's more work to cover that flake, which I will get to. Today I just it's been a minute since I've went live because of personal issues, personal things that I was going in life. My mom passed away she passed away about a month ago. So I've been out of social media. So now I am finally coming back to it. So I hope you guys are picking up most you can, and I will make videos more in detail throughout the summer. And if you guys need help with anything, man, just let me know, and I will do the best I can to make a video of what the difficult thing that you're going through, and I will make it happen. I'll make a video of it. It could be body work, welding. It could be prep work. It could be airbrushing, tape. You're using the wrong tape. You're using the wrong material. What material are you using? So it all varies, and there's a lot of there's a lot involved in it. And I understand that, you know, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's easy for me to say, but a lot of the beginners out there that are learning, I would love to do the best I can to guide you in the right place. The other reason why I do this video is because, you know, it's becoming very rare nowadays that people are continuing to do the automotive, the classic cars, the custom paint jobs, the airbrushing, and, you know, it's minimizing as we get older, you know. And if any young kid out there, any teenager, any person that loves it but it can't get into it because they don't have the right guidance, they don't have the right people to help them through their learning process, and that's the whole reason why for these videos that I do, you know, is to do the best I can to help you guys in the automotive and into projects that sit at home, that are never touched because it could be a money issue. It could be, you know, a lot of us are unfortunate, bro, that we can't afford it to pay someone to do your work. But you could buy your own little tools and get sanding, and if you have somebody that's hands-on and you can see what's going on in the process, it helps a lot, you know, because it helps me. I'm a photographic memory type of guy. I can't read. Like, I could read, but I won't understand it. But anything that has to do with metal work, body work, paint work, airbrushing, taping, I got it to the T, you know. So thank you guys for watching today, and I'm really happy today that I could just do this today. You know, I'm not trying to reach out to the world or take everybody, you know. If one person that learns and they could be helped by the video that I do, I'm happy with that, man. So that being said, usually when you shoot your clear, you want to let it, you know, if you're barely starting to shoot, give it about 15 minutes. Give it about 15 minutes to dry. So it could give you the next coat you shoot could be more extended and more shinier, because usually your first coat you'll have some dry spots here and there. You try not to have them, but you always do the second coat, which is cover it. So I'm hot today. It's hot here in Reno today, and it's close. Usually what I do, I just touch the tape, run my finger through it, and if I could glide it through here, the clear on the part is already ready to go. So I'm pretty close. I think I'm ready for the second coat. Like I said, I'm only shooting at 10. I'm just gonna put it at 10. I never use regulators. I use my ear, but I just wanted to show you guys that I'm shooting at 9-10. You know, usually I just shoot whatever I hear, whatever makes me comfortable. And like I said, hand length, keep it, come around, get a nice wet coat on there. No reducers, just stick, because you want to cover that metal flake in there. it. Two coats of non-reduced clear 2-to-1, 10 psi. We're not an expensive spray booth or nothing. Just right here at the shop. We close the doors down. I wet the floor a little bit earlier, but they dried out. But it's okay. Everything else came out nice. Very few flakes here and there sticking up, but it's not that much. Super nice and clean and flat. Now, after this dries out, I come back and I sand it down. I hit it with, I think I'll sand it with 2000. I'll sand everything with 2000, nice and smooth. And I'll start laying graphics and patterns and start shooting candies over it. And that's, when I get to that stage of laying patterns and stuff like that, I will take a day, I'll take a day off that day just to lay and pattern and explain what the process of it, the process of taping and airbrushing and getting everything right. You know, you always want to go around and double check your parts, make sure you don't have any dry spots. You want to make sure that everything's nice and wet. That way you have it covered so you can come back and sand it. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit closer so you guys can see. See that flakes in there. You could see that super. Can't really see a lot of it when I was spraying it because it's silver, you know, but it's super flaked out. See that? Check that out. And I don't know if you guys kind of timed me or checking out on time wise, but no, it didn't take that long. It only, I think I don't know, I could give it probably 30 minutes or so, you know. But everything's laid out. Bags are laid out. Check out that flake, man. And you know, the purpose of it and the reason I do it is, like I told you guys, is that I do what I do, bro. I try to teach a little bit of my knowledge that I've learned throughout my life building cars and doing what I do. And I just want to keep this going, man. I want the kids and I want the young guys out there, man, to continue doing what we do, continue what I learned. You know, it's the culture of it, man. It's a beauty, man. And I want a lot of people don't want to show what they know. A lot of people don't want to show anybody what they've learned throughout the years and the experience they have, because they want to be them. They want to be the only ones out there, and that's not me. I don't care. If you go through my page and check out my page, I show people how to do everything I do. You know, everything if I build a custom interior, custom dash, if I do pattern work, or if I'm doing an engine swap, or I'm doing anything to a car, I show the people, I show you guys out there so you guys can learn and do it yourself. That's my goal, to keep this body shop alive. After my time is to leave this earth, you guys are continuing keeping this culture together. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for taking the time for being with me today. And I will sand all this down and get everything ready. And I will make a video of that airbrushing thing. So if you're not following me, follow me so you can stay involved with this build. Because I'm gonna, just how you guys see it here, I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna come back to it. And when I come back to it, I'm gonna show you guys how to airbrush. Thank you guys. May the Lord bless you, and stay tuned for more.